So it's time to harvest. All right, so up on the screen, I have my handy dandy spreadsheet. I'm trying to run a calculation on a harvest I want to do in the cryptocurrency space. You guys seen that, the harvest I did with Tesla, Uber, and Lyft, and then putting that into Neo, Palantir, AT&T, and PSTG, or Pure Storage. Now I want to do the same thing in the cryptocurrency space, especially with this little bit of a bull run that we're having right now. Now it's kind of crazy. It's FOMO when the CFO at your company, or at my job, I should say, the CFO at my job is talking about him and Bitcoin and all this other stuff, and it's like I'm sending him little videos, whether he watches it or not. But it's like, wow, okay, even the CFO, the guy who runs the money for the company, is looking at this. So it's kind of a anecdotal story there, but it's pretty funny. It's like, this feels like 2017 all over again with Dogecoin pump and all this other stuff. And learning my lesson from that time, from 2017, is take profits. Learn when to take profits, even if it's a little bit. In this case, I am looking to harvest various amounts, and it's just like my tolerance of, okay, do I want to sell this much right now? Do I want to sell that much right now? Where do I want to put it? Also, we have the Coinbase IPO at market close on M1 Finance. It was $328.28, down $52.72, I guess, on the day. So, or from market open to the market close. So with Coinbase, I don't plan on investing in it right now. Bit of a little bit too much market hype. I think it's great though. I think it's not even great for the space, but I think it's definitely a good stock to get into, and I will be getting into it at some point. But I'm just going to be holding off for it right now. I'm not going to lie, arbitrary number, just thinking about it, I'm like, okay, 328, maybe a 250. I don't know, maybe 200, I don't know. If I still have any type of money on the sideline, I will be getting into Coinbase. In Coinbase stock. So as far as the cryptos that I have in Coinbase right now, if I look here, I have XLM. So these values, this is if it's 5%. You'll see the calculations here at the top, or the formula at the top. But this is at 5%, 10%, 20%. So if I harvest that much, and this is all just harvesting profits. This is not even harvesting total value or anything else like that. We're just harvesting profits. I'm looking at XLM, and it's like I can harvest quite a bit out of that. But it's like, okay, do I want to really do that and cut down what I have in terms of holding? I do want to hold this a little bit longer term, but I also have to think about protecting profits as best as possible and spreading it a little bit more to ensure that I protect profits. So now I'm looking at XLM, and with XLM, this is my total calculation here down at the bottom. So with XLM, I'm looking to do 10%. With Cardano, I have it on 2 different exchanges. So across those 2 different exchanges and the valuation of profits and such, I'm looking at 5%. And because I don't want to take off too much off the table with Cardano, because I only have a small position, but I do want to take some profits. Like, it's just, sadly, sometimes you have to be governed by not just like, okay, your feelings and things like that in terms of like what you have in these I want to say stocks, in these cryptocurrencies, but you have to be governed by quote unquote common sense and your strategy. So in my case, I talk about profit harvesting. I do want to take some off the table with that, but I don't want to take off too much because I do want to keep a decent sized position. So with that, even if I do 5%, I'm looking at about $91, $92 actually. So going on to Ethereum, I'm looking at, with Ethereum, probably doing a 5% pull on that one. And that's more or less later on. I'm thinking the valuation of that coin is going to be a lot higher, and 5% will still kill me at 6 whole coins or 6 whole Ethereum. So I want to actually try and keep that because I believe I want to build that position to probably about 10 Ethereum. In terms of BTC, I keep BTC as a bit of a hedge, something to trade between exchanges, if anything, if necessary. But it's not something that it's like, okay, I want to hold on to a lot of it or anything like that. I believe I can get a little bit more out of other coins, but I do want to stay in BTC to some extent as well. So I get that at 5%, and I have a very small position on that, or in that coin itself. So that's not something I want to really diminish as well, or cut down as well. So I'm looking at harvesting about $1,200 across all the profits that I have. So that's $1,200 out of the $7,900 that I have. And we're looking at a total ROI of 114%. So that's really good. The Airbnb number, I know like that ROI is crazy, but that's because like I sold some off and everything else like that. So the initial value amount is right. And then the current is right and all that other stuff, and the profit from all that is right. But I'm sorry, I don't know of a better way of calculating that while keeping like, look at this. Alright, so I don't want to mess that up. If you look at this, like the amount of money like I put in there, and then I subtracted $1,000 out of there because it doubled. Like it doubled. So that was really good, and I was able to take that and put into XLM, which has also done well. XLM and Ethereum, and I think even Bitcoin too. I spread it on that one, and that's another bit of profit harvesting that I did with that, and it's actually worked out fairly well in terms of not keeping me honest per se, or keeping me to my strategy, but it's worked out well in terms of ensuring that profits are pretty much ensuring that I keep profits, and ensuring that I make sure that my portfolio is fairly diversified in terms of the cryptocurrency space. So I'm looking at probably about $1,200 to put into all this, and I will be working with these numbers a little bit more, and I got a little bit more thought I got to put into this. But I wanted to make this quick video and go forward with that, or make this quick video, and I might go ahead and go forward with this here in a little bit. A lot of this stuff, of course, you could just do on your phone. And in terms of what's next, really, it's just focusing on the market and watching out for those dips where possible. This is why it's good to have some type of alert system, where like, okay, this drops, okay, I know I can put more into this. I might even take all this money out and switch it over to my M1 Finance account and go ahead and purchase Coinbase. I could probably get about three and a half shares or so, maybe close to between 3.5 and 4 shares of Coinbase. Now, if I take this weight and then Coinbase drops to maybe like a $250 valuation, I can get 5 or 4.5 to 6 Coinbase, and that's just like me running the numbers in my head. I'm just like looking over at the Coinbase price and trying to think about it. But yeah, so that's what we got right now. This is me actually thinking about harvesting some of my profits, pretty much practicing what I preach, and actually making a move to put some money onto the side and see what happens. As always, if you're not taking what I say with a grain of salt, then you're low on sodium. Please do your research. Please check things out. And please do what you think is in your own best interest. As always, thank you very much. Peace.